Part of politics is always deception. There was Teddy Roosevelt, who'd been a sickly young man and fancied himself and made himself this image of a woodsy man and a man's man. And that was all sort of manufactured. And there's always myth making around politics. But it's a fascinating thing to watch Democrats, and particularly Democrat men. And please, before you send the note or make the comment on YouTube or elsewhere, don't you mean Democratic men? I don't. That would mean that they are part of a democratic process. They are not. They don't recognize a Republican form of democracy. So I do mean Democrat men. There's something funny about where they try to be manly. If you are below the age of, 50, you will not remember who this dude is. And in point of facts, in history, he doesn't matter. He'd been a governor, and he decided to run for president or vice president, brother. See, I've even forgotten. This is Michael Dukakis being manly. Riding around in a National Guard tank with a goofy smile on his face. We can go to that. We can go to the one, I forgot about this one, John Kerry, with the goofy looking face, crawling through a tube with a little hairnet on his head. This perhaps is one of the champions, though. This is Al Gore. And Rolling Stone did this either for him or to him. This is an actual picture of Al Gore on the front cover of Rolling Stone. There's no digital, so this is a digitized version. And yes, the thing you see there down in his crotch, that's actually airbrushed in. No, it was not Photoshop at the time. They actually did that for him because nothing says manly like pretending to, have a zucchini down there, like in Spinal Tap. He was given man lessons. And there's a whole debate about this. There was a feminist named Naomi Klein. People inside the Gore campaign said, speaking off the record, that she had been giving Al Gore alpha male lessons, how to be an alpha male. So there was this debate. And George W. Bush at this time was not actually checking his watch, because you might remember that during a debate, he checked his watch. Or no, that was his dad. Here is Al Gore. He's to the side as George W. Bush is making a point during this debate, and then watch this bizarre interaction. And by the way, give mad credit to George W. Bush and how he responds.
And this campaign is about, it's not only what's your philosophy and what's your position on issues, but can you get things done? And I believe I can. All right.
What about...
And I don't remember the obscure piece of Senate legislation or Senate rules that he wanted, so Dodge Stingle or something. What about Dodge Stingle? With his, that's his equivalent. What do you bench? What do you bench? Just look at the picture on his face or the look on his face. So there's something about these guys where they try to act manly. But I believe we've now seen, what did we see? We saw the Pete Buttigieg beard, Mayor Pete. His resume stops with same-sex attracted. That's it. That's the resume. But Eric Swalwell, who should be infamous for hanging out with a Chinese spy he was probably trying to get into bed, or maybe did, he decided to film a video. Oh, it's so wacky. Oh, by the way, you guys, they use the F word. It's super edgy. So I'll play this for you in a second. Now, it's one thing for me to make fun of these guys' manliness. It's another thing for people who've actually gone out and served to see these guys like Dukakis pretending to be a soldier in a tank. My friend Tim Cruikshank served. He did 3 tours on our behalf as a medic attached to the SEAL teams. I know. I get the notes occasionally. You mean Corman? No, I'll let Tim describe how he's described. He's the one who did the deployments. After that, he became a BUDS instructor. So the Navy SEALs are at his heart, and Bone Frog Coffee honors Navy SEALs, not just with the logo. That frog, that is a fallen Navy SEAL, the Bone Frog. Also because every bag says God, country, team. That refers to team in the team sense of the teams. Also family. God, country, team. Tim considers family to be the core team. And then, of course, how he built the company. He went out and sought expertise outside his own. Dave Stewart's a coffee legend. He has mentored Tim into creating some of the world's best coffee. In fact, Dave does some of the roasts, and then it comes back full circle. As a Buds instructor, a former Buds instructor, Tim just sent 2 of his guys down to the Navy SEALs to try to become SEALs, down to Buds. And when you purchase Bone Frog, 10% of proceeds goes to the Navy SEAL Foundation. If you haven't seen the Golden Edge bag, go check that out. It is a limited time bag honoring what President Trump is trying to do to get our country back. It's bonefrogcoffee.com/Todd. Use promo code Todd to get 10% off your first purchase. But skip that part. Just go ahead and subscribe. Go to bonefrogcoffee.com/Todd. Use promo code Todd to get 15% off subscription coffee and join us with God Country Team. So here's this video, and just wait for the moment that they throw out the F word, because when I see that, I instantly think humor. Walking into Swalwell's office, a staffer.
Hey, Congressman.
Trying to help you?
What the f*** is up with Trump always chickening out on tariffs?
So Swalwell's reply is to eat a Taco Bell taco. Not even looking his staffer in the eye. This is so manly. Oh, look at that. He's got the stuff. Anything else?
That's it.
Taco Bell taco, anything else? And then he puts his logo on it. Fake manliness, it doesn't just reek. It sucks manliness out of a room. You could walk in there being a truly manly man and you could leave 15% less manly. In fact, if you went to work for Eric Swalwell as a male, you might actually have a gender reassignment done through a contact low. You might leave with female tendencies. The Democrats are so lost that they think an F word and a dismissive video by a guy who has absolutely no legislative achievements is going to make them appear manly. Good luck, and please do more of it.